Hey, what is up guys, this is Thunderstruck115, and today we are going to be taking a look at the return of GKOOPZ. For those who don't know, GKOOPZ is basically the Phoebe Chillax version of Vincent Martin. He doesn't crop up as often as Vincent Martin does, but whenever he does crop up, he does shit way worse than Vincent Martin. Last time, he made a video on Nier saying that he was a AAA shill, and then when Nier called him out, he raided his stream and Kim Josh-un's stream. Well, now GKOOPZ has taken his raiding game over to Discord, and specifically the server of Big Country, where he and his cronies posted a bunch of shit, and I mean literal shit, alongside things like gore, beheading videos, and every disgusting genre of pornography you can think of. And this genius decided that he would record it, poorly censor it, and then upload it to his main YouTube channel. Normally, I would include footage of it, but again, it is poorly censored, and the stuff that he posted there is pretty disturbing to say the very least. Well, a few days after that shenanigan, he decided to post a response video to Big Country's response to the whole Starfield pronoun controversy. And this video is really fucking bad, so let's go ahead and get into this.
Sometimes you decide to move on from something, but then you see a train crash is about to happen, and you can't help yourself but watch as the disaster is about to play out. In case you weren't here for earlier, I criticized a shill in one of my earlier videos, as well as making a follow-up where I briefly criticized someone by the name of Big Country.
The video that you show is literally about Nier and Super Smash 97. Big Country has nothing to do with that. Although at the very least I can say you've stepped up your production quality, as there's actual gameplay in the background this time and you didn't fuck up the aspect ratio. So all I can say is congrats on doing the bare fucking minimum.
This video will not be going through this clown briefly. In fact, this arrogant narcissist with an inflated and over-exaggerated ego will beat the spotlight for today's video. So, what is he up to this time? Out of curiosity, I was checking out one of his most recent videos, and I found a really dog shit one that I decided that I would rip apart. I say dog shit not because of his like to dislike ratio. I say dog shit because of the hilariously bad arguments he makes. Big Country goes by a couple of aliases, such as Comrade Tree, Hassan, not to be confused with the real Hassan Piker.
It's a joke!
My guy, he literally made that his nickname on Discord because the guy he is responding to, Revenant Remnant, literally thought that Big Country was Hassan Piker.
And Big Country 8652. I prefer to use the alias of Soy Country, since it fits him more and it makes him a little more furious deep inside. The video we're gonna talk about today is his response to someone criticizing Starfield. Keep in mind that the guy he's responding to goes by the name of Revenant Remnant. I don't think he raises good points neither most of the times when he responds to Soy Country. Like for example, he has a lack of evidence to claim that Starfield is woke. My approach to the Starfield pronoun shit is just to chuckle at how stupid it is for them to have a they/them pronouns and move on, since it isn't really worth making a video about, nor is it worth calling it woke.
But when Big Country does the exact same thing, you have a massive Spurg session in this video because... why exactly?
When I think of a woke game, I think of a game like Battlefield 5, which had multiple politically correct moments in that game with how forced it was. That out of the way, let's look at the first point to dunk on Soy Country for, shall we?
Then male and female options should be fine.
Wow, it's almost like those options are there for that reason specifically. And the whole they-them option is there purely for those who don't want that specific story. Because, you know, like most RPGs, you make your own story that's crafted in this world by the developers. So, you know, it's just an extra option in case. I know, how dare a game have more content in it?
If you call an option to change a few words in a piece of text, and only that, quote-unquote, extra content, then you're fucking retarded. Plain and simple.
My guy, his point was that the whole Starfield pronoun shit was harmless because it literally just exists as an extra customization option that you can pick if you want to, but if you don't want to pick it, you don't have to. Maybe saying that it's extra content might be stretching it a bit, but it is extra customization. It only gives you more ways that you can experience the game, but if you don't like those extra options, you do not have to play with them. That's literally what Big Country was getting at.
But as for the rest of his comment about how anti-woke people need to go get help, I've had this discussion a few times already, and yes, those people really do need to seek help if this is their biggest problem in the game. It is the most first world problem ever.
Complaining about someone bitching about first world problems while you yourself make sob stories about first world problems? Ironic.
Now, I don't really feel like reading aloud that entire old-ass, now-deleted community post because it's literally a giant false equivalence. GKOOPZ is really out here trying to equate people spurging the fuck out over an optional customization option in a video game to somebody having mental health issues because of drinking problems, his workplace getting shot up, losing a friend, and a bunch of other shit. This is some really disingenuous shit.
Totally. And as for them coming after heel versus babyface, literally everyone is, because everyone sees this as a fucking man-child having an autistic temper tantrum over text in a video game.
Yes, it's a piece of text. So why do you call it quote-unquote extra content when it's not? It's literally just a piece of text that does not alter the gameplay nor the story.
I mean, it literally affects the character that you create, which obviously your character has an effect on the story, so yeah. Now, like I said earlier, saying that it's content might be giving it a bit too much credit, but the thing is, that wasn't even his overall point. His point was that it was an optional customization option that you do not have to engage with if you don't want to. Therefore, if you don't want to have to interact with the pronoun shit, then you can simply elect not to. I really have no idea how you managed to misunderstand this point a second fucking time.
Read the room. It's not hard to see the clown world we are living in.
No, it isn't that hard to see the clown world we're living in, when we have a literal cue ball over here getting upset over text in a video game, or people like you claiming people are too addicted to media. Like, bro, you take this shit way too fucking seriously.
He does take it way too seriously, but you do also take some trivial shit too seriously as well. Like the time I raided your Discord server and you got so fucking butthurt to the point where you condone doxing, you fucking moron.
And that's another one to add to the counter of false equivalences. My guy, you and your cronies, or maybe they were bots and alts, I don't fucking know, but they spammed the fuck out of his server with a bunch of vile shit like I explained at the beginning of this video. That shit is nowhere near as trivial as a fucking customization option in a video game.
So tell you what, guys, 1 like on this video equals 1 prayer for those doggies.
Mission failed. We'll get 'em next time.
I love how he tries to make a point with a like to dislike ratio, but he has the image glowing so fucking much that you can't even read the counter.
Made by a company that quite frankly has been on the decline for years.
Have they now? Last I checked, Bethesda was one of the golden boys as far as companies go. Save for maybe the extremist PlayStation fanboys who want to bitch and moan over the fact they're now owned by Microsoft. Like, outside of a few scant examples like the paid mod fiasco or fucking Fallout 76's launch, Bethesda is actually pretty alright. But apparently they've been in the decline for years, according to this guy.
They haven't been in a decline, nor are they the golden boys. Their games as a whole just suck because they use an outdated engine. The games containing greedy business practices are the worst, obviously.
Holy shit, this dude's literally pulling a page out of Tim Hansen's book by bringing the game engine into a discussion where it really doesn't belong. Well, besides maybe the graphics and optimization, because the engine actually does handle those, but things like the gameplay and story have fuck all to do with the engine itself. And last I checked, the only one that's actually bad was Fallout 76 at launch, like Big Country said. And if anything, Bethesda's been on the rise, because Fallout 4 was their best-selling first-person RPG until Starfield release, which I'm not 100% sure what the sales figures were at, but considering that they had 10 million players within like the first week or two of launch, yeah, that's pretty fucking successful. Meanwhile, the games themselves were received well by fans of Bethesda RPGs. Now, obviously they're not for everybody, but for the target demographic, yeah, these games are fucking good. Meanwhile, if you want to talk about shit like anti-consumer practices, could you please bring up examples?
It's fine if you like the game, But don't leave your morality behind once you finally get your hands on the next product in your trough.
Morality plays no part in the products I buy whatsoever.
I am not in the slightest surprised that you don't care about morals in how a product is made, considering how you defended greedy business practices in the past, like the clown shield you are.
You say this so boldly, and yet you provide no explanation or example to back up this claim. But of course, morality does not play a role in the products you buy, because if it did, then you would not have bought the computer and all the electronic equipment necessary to make this video, because it's manufactured with slave labor in China. If you were to take a moral stance on literally every single thing that you bought, then you would not be able to buy much, if at all. Now, if you want to take a moral stance on a specific product, then good for fucking you, but don't expect others to follow suit.
And it's fucking stupid to make this argument when the consoles you're playing these games on, or the computer you're making this dog shit video on, was only possible thanks to the child labor that made them. The only thing that matters is how much quality it has, in my subjective opinion, and literally nothing else.
Uh-oh. Looks like this person has been infected with shit idiot brain fungus.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
Wow, that meme was so funny that I literally forgot to laugh.
You saying that's a stupid argument is pure projection. The child labor argument is fucking stupid because it's a false equivalency. The same thing being something that you call out a reverent remnant in the video for doing earlier. Ironically, it isn't taken into account that consumers don't know all the time when they buy a product whether or not how it was made or who it harmed in making of said product. It's not always even known by the people who own the products and how these are made. One thing is buried by a lot of stuff, the other one isn't. Imagine unironically using the wash child labor argument to try to debunk someone and fail this miserable. I would be very embarrassed if I were you in this situation. Just saying.
My guy, you have to either be under the age of 5 or living a very sheltered life to not know that fucking China uses slave labor to manufacture their shit. And I love how you just say it's about the problem being on the surface versus being hidden, when literally the only way to see the Starfield pronoun shit as a problem is if you're actively looking for it to be a problem.
Modern gaming fucking sucks.
He says in what's arguably been one of the best years for video games since 2017, but sure, modern gaming is just so bad.
He's not referring to the sales of the gaming industry, he's talking about the quality of games as a result of all of these problems popping up.
That was quite literally what Big Country was talking about. That was why he showed that image of all the really good games that released this year, which admittedly I think Jedi Survivor is being a bit generous considering all the bugs and performance issues it had at launch, but the rest of them, absolutely, they were good games, and I can literally add a few more. How about Metroid Prime Remastered? How about Everspace 2? How about Trepang 2? How about the Quake 2 re-release? How about Forza Motorsport 8? How about Hogwarts Legacy? How about Counter-Strike 2? How about BattleBit Remastered? How about Company of Heroes 3? And before this year is out, we're also supposed to get Spider-Man 2 and Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which both of those look like they'll be good games.
One of which is how they are monetized. Get it through your head, dum-dum. Are you stupid? How dumb are you?
Considering that this is like, the third time or fourth time so far that you've managed to completely miss Big Country's point, I could literally ask you that exact same question.
I mean, it has to be. It says so in the Reddit hive mind, and I would never look beyond that.
Dog, you did not just say hive mind. This is coming from the same guy that circle jerks all day the moment his favorite fanboy PNG tuber gets criticized, like a white knight coming to protect his female Twitch streamer queen from criticism. God, you're down bad and pathetic.
It wouldn't be a GKOOPZ video if he wasn't accusing somebody of being in an echo chamber. You know, never mind all the times that we criticize each other or make fun of each other's takes when in voice chats on Discord. Nope, we are totally just in a fucking echo chamber.
I can't deal with this shit no more.
I can't take this shit no more, man.
Soy Country is the same guy that went on to lie about how I said racy things to a VTuber that I stream sniped, and when I called him out for the blatant lie and how it was the VTuber that called me those things, he doubles down. Fucking doubles down on his echo chamber on his Discord server by trying to justify it. How does he try to justify it, you may ask? He claims I was spreading lies about Nair, which first of all, I didn't spread lies about Nair since I backed up my claims with sources.
Now, I don't really know what happened with the whole VTuber shit, but yes, you were absolutely spreading lies about Nier. The source that you gave was an ambiguous, non-sexual joke he made towards Kim Jong-un, and you tried to use that to say that he was a fucking groomer. Not to mention lying on a bunch of other small shit, for example.
That, as well as how the game size can get gigantic when the developers milk it to no end, as well as performance issues.
I already said my piece on the file size and performance issues, aka a complete fucking non-issue, but I also want to point out the fact that as evidence, he's using a screenshot of Activision reducing the file size of Modern Warfare 2019.
If we go by that logic, that same logic, then how does that make him any better than how he does the same fucking thing that he claims I did to Nair?
Because your claims are baseless, his are not.
Again, by that logic, he's fighting fire with fire. Funnily enough, this is what I called out Krillix for doing towards Safe, someone who's inside the same beehive group that Soy Country is from. Funny how history repeats itself, right?
Now, at first, I was confused as to what the hell GKOOPZ was talking about, but luckily, Krillix beat me to the punch by asking him in the comments section, and he linked a community post that Krillix made regarding the whole Saith situation when Saith got doxxed, saying that it's hypocritical for Saith to be bitching and moaning about being doxxed when he himself doxed Road Breach and attempted to dox Krillix, even though Krillix is not the one that doxed him in the first place. In fact, it was a third party known as UTTP. But considering that it was literally Safe doxing people in the first place, and then he got doxed as a result of that, yeah, he had it fucking coming to him.
That's far from the only contradiction he had done. If you look at this screenshot, you can see how badly he contradicts himself on Discord. As badly as Psychonautics Therapy, some other fuck buddy of his that is in the same
Oh great, now this dumbass is doing the same thing that fucking Jim Sterling does by throwing shit on screen and not actually reading it. The first is just Big Country explaining that the Left 4 Dead community has also had to deal with your shit as well, and that he doesn't want to give you any more attention by making a video on you. Meanwhile, Psychonautics Therapy is just talking about you and Vincent Martin on Discord, which this exchange happened 3 fucking months ago. Literally, none of this is contradictory.
I'm not overexaggerating when I say that all the shit that they're saying are things that they paired from each other, like the clowns they are. It's no longer just a few clowns, it's an entire circus.
Projection detected, opinion rejected.
That's why you see them all make the same mistakes over and over again. My newest comment where I pointed out on his channel how stupid his child labor argument was got deleted. And then he banned me. Luckily though, my older comment is still up on the comment section of the video he did about my video on consumerism in games.
Holy shit, dude, I've written college essays that aren't that fucking long. But yeah, he likely banned you because of all the shit that you've pulled on this channel. And of course, all of your lies.
Anyways, that's all folks.
Oh, thank God we can finally stop watching this piece of fucking shit. I mean, besides a rare-based moment for using the Red Alert 2 soundtrack in the second half of the video, his video is just complete fucking garbage. This dude clearly has a vendetta against Big Country because he dared to call him out previously for his lies and dogshit takes. And I have no doubt that once this video goes live, he is gonna manifest in my comments section. What I'll do when that happens, I haven't yet decided, but anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more and tell me what you think about GKOOPZ being a pathological liar. Anyways, that's it. Peace!